on the LeBron and Drake thing. So over the weekend, academics always sticking his mouth or something, getting in the middle of.
Savannah James, LeBron's rockin' lifelong partner, has just called out Drake, and it's way more than a casual dig. She's suggesting that Drake is meddling in her marriage, and that's not something she takes lightly. When Savannah speaks up, you know LeBron isn't gonna sit back quietly. Word on the street is that King James is absolutely livid, especially with Drake getting too close for comfort in their personal lives. This drama is heating up, and it's clear things are about to get even more intense. Stay tuned, because this is far from over. LeBron and Drake used to be super tight, like family. For over 15 years, Drake was always courtside at LeBron's games, and LeBron was constantly showing love for Drake's music. They were so close that Drake even got LeBron's jersey number tattooed on him. But all that seems to be in the past now. Things took a bad turn when Drake accused LeBron of cheating, and ever since, their relationship hasn't been the same. The bond they once had just isn't there anymore, and it's clear things have changed. People have been sensing something off between LeBron and Drake for a while now. The connection just hasn't felt the same, and now it's starting to add up. If you really think about it, folks have been speculating for a bit that their friendship hit a rough patch. Somewhere along the way, things started to shift. Drake was always the one hyping LeBron up, celebrating his big moments and showing support. But over time, it started to feel like this same energy wasn't coming back from LeBron. It's like Drake was doing the most, but it wasn't being matched. And that's when people started noticing the cracks. Milestones. But it didn't seem mutual. People even started making jokes about Drake getting LeBron's legacy tattooed on his body. It went from a tribute to something folks online were clowning. Tattoos are personal, and maybe Drake was just showing love to someone who inspired him. But honestly, it didn't seem like LeBron felt the same way. Things became really obvious when LeBron's show aired during Drake's beef with Pusha T. Remember when Pusha exposed Drake's hidden son? That was a huge moment, and LeBron didn't exactly step up to defend him. The whole thing felt like Drake was getting humbled, and LeBron just let it happen. Even with all their history, LeBron seemed distant when Drake could have used a friend. They still hung out and kept up appearances, but everything changed when Kendrick Lamar dropped Not Like Us. That track was brutal, calling Drake out, accusing him of exploiting America, and even suggesting he hooked up with his mentor's girl. It was everywhere, clubs, radio, you name it. This was the moment when Drake really needed his friends. But instead of backing him up, LeBron was caught rapping along to Not Like Us, word for word. It wasn't just a casual sing-along, it felt like a real betrayal, especially when Drake needed support the most.
Maybe Drake will keep teasing it. Let me just tell you what I've heard. Yo, LeBron, you and Drake used to go on two-mans, okay?
Out of nowhere, LeBron showed up at Kendrick's pop-up show where Not Like Us was playing loud and clear. Now, just picture this. Drake's already getting dragged in the media, and then he sees his so-called close friend vibing to a diss track about him. That's a whole new level of betrayal. And LeBron didn't even try to hide it. He was singing along like he'd been practicing the lyrics in the mirror. By that point, Drake had to know LeBron wasn't on his side anymore, and you know Drake wasn't gonna just let that go. First, Drake unfollowed LeBron on Instagram, then took it even further by throwing some shade from his burner account. But the real petty move came when Team USA won the Olympics. Drake shared a post congratulating everyone, Jason Tatum, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, but completely ignored LeBron, even though LeBron was the MVP who carried the team. That had people talking, for sure. But the drama didn't stop there. A picture of LeBron and Savannah popped up, where they were both wearing a PG Lang Kendrick shirt. Fans immediately thought it was a dig at Drake, especially with everything going down between them. The drama between Drake and Kendrick had everyone talking for months, and honestly, Drake is known for making a scene on the internet when he's not feeling someone. If he's upset, you're gonna hear about it. But this whole mess probably started when Drake tried to reach out to LeBron to clear the air and didn't get the response he wanted. That definitely hit Drake hard, and you could tell it sparked all the Instagram drama. It's tough though, because LeBron wasn't just some casual friend to Drake. He was like a brother to him. LeBron wasn't just a friend to Drake. He was like a mentor, someone Drake looked up to, almost like a version of himself in another life. So seeing LeBron publicly vibe with Kendrick, especially after their beef, probably stung Drake more than he expected. But from LeBron's side, who knows if any of this even mattered to him. LeBron's always been really into hip-hop, calling himself a hip-hop historian and all that. He even encouraged Drake to keep the beef with Pusha going, so he's no stranger to this kind of drama. Maybe for LeBron, it's just part of the game. But
saying certified lover boy, certified pedo. You're the first one to say, whoa. Me and Drake done did some two-mans. He ain't never bring no underage girl. What the you talking about? Or how about you shut the f and don't dance, don't crip walk, don't do nothing, and how about
LeBron probably just thought Drake wasn't handling the beef the best way, and that's why he ended up leaning more toward Kendrick. To him, it could have just been part of the game, no hard feelings. Plus, LeBron's been in LA as a Laker for years, and Kendrick is from Compton, basically the heart of the city. So, maybe LeBron was just showing some hometown love. But let's be real, it might not be that simple. There's always more to the story, and that's where Savannah James comes in. You see, LeBron's choice to side with Kendrick might not be the whole picture. There's a lot more behind this. So here's the thing. It seems like LeBron's wife, Savannah, is a big part of why things shifted. She sees Drake as a bad influence, and honestly, who can blame her? Drake's still living it up in the party scene and having wild moments, which could definitely be a red flag for someone as family dominant as LeBron. Kendrick even mentioned this in his third diss track, Meet the Grams. He warned LeBron to keep his family away, hinting that Drake's behavior, especially around women, could be a problem. It's wild when you think about it. LeBron and Drake are only 2 years apart, but their lives couldn't be more different. LeBron's all about his family and being dedicated, while Drake is still out here doing his thing. And LeBron is all about family, raising 2 kids with one already making waves in the NBA alongside him. On the flip side, Drake's still stuck in the same routine of dating Instagram models, partying, and not really showing much growth. It's clear that the difference in maturity might be why there's been such a rift between them. And just when we thought things couldn't get any more complicated, Drake decided to make it even messier. This time, he dragged LeBron's wife into it too. The drama between them just keeps getting deeper and more intense. So here's where it gets interesting. Drake threw some serious shade at LeBron in a freestyle called Fighting Iris. He basically told LeBron, stop talking and go win some more championships. But that wasn't all. Screenshots started popping up of a chat between Drake and Chris Blake Griffith, a celebrity hairstylist and former styling director. They were discussing the freestyle, and it's clear they were vibing with it. One of them asked, "What did y'all think? Did you like it?" And the other replied, "Yeah, I liked it too." You could feel the tension just through those messages, and it added fuel to the fire.
Yeah, I did. I did. Oh, okay. I like the Drake freestyle as well. I saw the complaint of everybody saying how they didn't like he rhymed, pretty much like the same rhyme flow throughout.
Drake didn't hold back when he slid into his DMs, and let's just say he had a lot to say about LeBron. In one message, he compared LeBron to himself, implying that both could be seen as unfaithful. He tried to make it sound like part of a legal talk about his lawsuit with Universal Music Group, but it came off a lot deeper than that. Now, there's no real proof that LeBron's ever been unfaithful to Savannah, but Drake was definitely hinting at something. Exclamation point. Then, out of nowhere, Drake dropped that diss track about LeBron. It leaked, and of course, it went viral. People started asking, did Drake leak it himself? Regardless, it's out there now, and the internet is still buzzing about it. So here's the thing, no one's really sure who posted it, but considering Drake's history, some fans think it might have been a planned leak. I mean, knowing Drake, he's pulled that move before. But when you actually watch the video, it doesn't feel like he's fully performing. He's just reading off his phone, almost like he wrote the verse and thought, let me send this to someone to see what they think. It didn't look like he was in full-on rap mode. It kind of gave off the vibe of him casually sharing it, like a sneak peek. Smart way to get the message out without making it obvious, right? Though it kind of feels like Drake was playing it smart, right? By dropping that freestyle and not really going all in, he set himself up with a safety net. If people didn't like it, he could just say, hey, that wasn't even finished yet. It's a way to keep expectations low and then wow people if it turns out better. But when it comes to the shots at LeBron, it's tricky. These two have been tight for so long, even sharing that special bond of being at the top of their games for years. Drake's even got LeBron's jersey number tattooed on him, so it's hard to say if he's really throwing shade. They've been through a lot together and there's a lot of history there, so the whole thing feels pretty complicated to figure out. At the heart of all this, It feels like the drama is more about Drake's industry struggles than any real tension between LeBron and Savannah. Their relationship is still rock solid, always shown as a king and his queen. But don't forget, everything started with Drake's beef with Kendrick. Now, Drake's taking things up a notch. And there's a reason he's calling out Universal Music Group, UMG, and Spotify. If you haven't heard, Drake's got some serious accusations against them. So yeah, the plot thickens. Drake's claim that Universal Music Group, UMG, would try to bring down one of its own artists is not just offensive, it's completely false. Now, I told you all this back in May on my Brilliant Idiot podcast, and maybe even on The Breakfast Club. I can't remember exactly.
To LeBron, seemingly. How do you guys feel about that?
One, it seems to have leaked.
Oh, he didn't leak it himself?
No, it wasn't his account that posted it.
Do you think it was like an organized leak?
Knowing him, it could be, because he's done that in the past,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's like he wasn't exact.
But I said it before, Drake would eventually take legal action. And now here he is, saying he didn't lose his beef with Kendrick simply because fans preferred Kendrick's music. Instead, Drake is accusing UMG and Spotify of playing dirty by helping Kendrick's diss track, Not Like Us, get the attention it needed to take him down. According to Drake, UMG was in on it all. What do you think? Did they play him dirty? Drake's team is now claiming that UMG pulled some really shady moves to make Kendrick's song Not Like Us blow up. They're saying UMG used bots to fake the streaming numbers and paid radio stations to keep it playing over and over. But it doesn't stop there. Drake's team also accuses UMG of working with Spotify to cut royalty rates by 30% just to push Kendrick's track higher. They're even suggesting that UMG paid people to hype the song up and used fake streams to make it seem more popular. And to cover it all up, UMG allegedly fired people who were involved in these moves. This whole situation is turning into a huge scandal, and it's got people wondering, how much of this is true? What's your take on all this? Drake isn't just taking shots at Kendrick anymore. He's now throwing serious accusations at UMG. He's saying the label could have stopped Kendrick's Not Like Us from ever dropping, but they chose not to. Why? Well, Drake's claiming that the track unfairly painted him as a certified PDF and a predator, calling out the damage it could do to his reputation. And this beef with Kendrick has turned into something much bigger than just dissing each other. It's about shady industry games, and Drake isn't going to let that slide. But what's crazy is how Drake now seems to be dragging LeBron's wife into all of this. What do you think about that move? Let me know your thought. So now, even LeBron's wife is getting pulled into all this drama. Do you think Drake went too far this time? Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.
In part, the suggestion that UMG would do anything to undermine any of its artists is offensive and untrue.
Now, I told y'all back in May on my Brilliant Idiots podcast, I might have even said it here.